I want to see the report.
Oh, okay.
Should I do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're back. Oh. Okay. We're back. And so now we're going to do my movie.
That's why I check.
Peter Sellers.
Peter Sellers and
Pink Panther. For Klimt. Okay, so bestsellers. Michael Caine, Aubrey Plaza, Ellen Wong.
We need relevant writers that can make us relevant again. Is there anyone dead we can revive?
Maybe, but he's not dead.
Who?
Harris Shaw.
He's dead. Bagger off.
Let's try again.
Really? I mean, he's
What was it?
probably... Did you know he shot his last assistant because he mistook him for a bear?
Oh, I don't believe
How is that even possible?
I don't believe. You can't believe everything. Oh, we're not bears. We're not bears. We at Stanbridge Publishing believe that is your signature, so you owe us a book.
Shut up.
Anything you want to show me?
You pound of flesh. I won't do the bloody tour.
Do the tour, or I edit the book. Those are your choices.
This is a book tour. Why don't I read something? Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
No one's interested in the book. They're interested in this freak show.
This man is the book reviewer for the Times.
I don't like book critics.
And I found it totally pessimistic.
You're all bullshit.
It is not selling, okay? No one is buying it.
I can't get him to do anything. All I am to him is his driver and his Scotch Sherpa.
Let's go.
You want to buy a book?
You want to know what I think? Times have changed.
#bullshit.
How a book is released today has become just as meaningful as its content.
Eden was gone, no longer within reach. God was done with mistakes.
Well, that was too melodramatic. You vanquished my fears, and for that, I am forever grateful.
He's made me nuts, hasn't he?
I know. Mr. Shaw, what is your book about?
Be brave. Yes. Be truthful. Even the worst of us get lucky.
Somehow, you have over 20,000 followers.
Christ had followers. It didn't end well for him.
The Bible was a bestseller, wasn't it?
And I was like, can a film with Michael Caine ever be really bad? That's the question.
Especially if he's drinking.
I declare not. I declare not. Okay, so where is my? There I am. Okay, let's my notes. Michael Caine plays Harris Shaw, a reclusive, bitter old man. He was apparently a fabulous writer 40 years ago, but has since deteriorated into alcoholism. And I would say grief, but grief masquerading as cynicism and bitterness. Aubrey Plaza plays Lucy Stanbridge, a young woman who has taken over her father's publishing house and is running it into the ground. She and her assistant, Rachel, played by Ellen Wong, who is fantastic. She's kind of got a really...
She's like the comedy relief.
She's really funny. Who provides a great deal of comic relief, comes up with a plan to save the publishing house that has fallen from its once prestigious place and is on the verge of Rachel having to sell it to slimy Jack Sinclair, played by Scott Speedman, for a mere pittance. It seems that 40 years ago, the famous writer signed a contract and a book in an advance that he got and still owes them for this book. And this might help them, she feels, save the publishing house. She and her trusty assistant began to search to find the author and collect on that contract. That's the story.
What did you think, Sue?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it, although I have to say, it's kind of predictable. It's a predictable story, but you don't really mind that it's predictable because the people in it are so good and funny and it's so well written that it's okay. That's my light. Okay, so that's my opinion. Patty.
Quick, short
I
and
love
quick.
this movie. It's a quiet movie, but it's really about
the relationship between Michael Caine and the girl. And the reason the business is falling to the ground is she keeps trying to do it the way her dad did it. And that's her thing, is to uphold,
his legacy.
But it's killing the business. But she doesn't really see that. And so when they go on this tour, she becomes a raving maniac because she can't deal with them really that well.
Well, he is impossible.
Yeah, and he does it so well. And it's things like learning, all of a sudden he'll say shit, which it's right. And
Bullshit.
And everybody wants a T-shirt. And so she sees different avenues of bringing the modern world in. So she's learning that. He's learning that he kind of likes what he's doing, but he won't admit it. But it's the relationship between the two that makes it. And it's very father-daughtery. And obviously different. I hate that when you made 15 points and everybody's talking about them, right? And so it's a really sweet movie, but it's funny. So yeah, I loved it.
I thought it was actually more of a bittersweet movie because what I liked about it is you're right. It's really driven by the relationship that she has, Aubrey Plaza's character has with Michael Caine's character. You can tell right off the bat, no question at all, he's difficult. He does not like people. He likes to drink, and that's about it. And he's lazy. Like you said, he only wrote one novel, and that was it. It's almost like that J.D. Salinger kind of thing. Right. So there's sort of a cult following behind him because he just wrote this phenomenal seller that was sort of put the publishing company on the map. So the fact that she has to deal with this guy, and I felt so sorry for it at first. But then it's like, she really doesn't know what she's doing. In fact, I didn't find it really predictable because at one point I thought, for example, he says, okay, either I do a book tour or I forget, there's some kind of thing, he will do one or the other. He said, "Oh no, it's in your contract that you have to do a book tour, or you pay back the money." I really can't remember.
Or I hated the book or something like.
But what made me laugh is that he agrees to do the book tour. So the first time he just takes his own book and he pisses on it. To which she's filming this because she thinks, "Oh, what do I do? Oh, you got to use media, right? The new technology to sell a book." So she posts it online and it becomes a big hit on YouTube. So then. That's where I thought the movie was going, that no one reads anymore, everything's social media. And he is picking up more and more, I don't want to say likes on that, but the publicity's there, right?
Subscribers.
Right, exactly. Followers, right? Like you people out there who are watching us, it's like, we keep picking up more and more. And that's where I thought the movie was going, showing you the new media that's how you will sell your book. But they're still not selling books, despite the fact that his profile has been going, that he's making the news. So much so that even a known author approaches her saying, "Oh, yes, I'd like to be a little bit more edgier. And, I see what you're doing with this author," right? So it is funny. And it is funny that you mentioned Ellen Wong because I pointed out to George before, it's like, this must be a Canadian movie because both Aubrey Plaza and Ellen Wong were in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. She was Knives, and you're right. She's very adorable and fun in this movie.
She's so funny
and she's also smart. That's what you said. She's saying, "Oh, do you really want to do that?"
Yes.
She was really pushing her, saying, "I don't think that's a good idea," and she's always sort of right in a way. So. It's a fun movie, but there is a bittersweetness. And to be quite honest, it was towards the end where I did find a couple surprises. One in the editing of his book, and second one of her father's legacy.
Right.
Those were two things I was not expecting. It's like, that's sort of interesting. So at the end of the movie, I think you're right. It does become sort of that cliched movie, and yes, there is sort of a happy ending.
There's a surprise at the end too, I thought.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's
which
why
changes the perspective of everything, especially the girl.
That's why I'm saying that's why I actually do like this movie, because it's like, wow, the drama's there, and then all of a sudden explains a little bit more about him and then about her. And I thought that's what you want to see in a movie, that you see both of a growth of character at one point,
Absolutely.
And I really did enjoy their relationship, though.
Me too.
And I think Aubrey Plaza is a great actress.
Yeah, we like
and
her.
Very
We
young
like
actress.
her.
But, Michael Caine, like I said, if he's drunk on screen, he's the best. He can do no wrong.
And actually, he's playing a Cockney character, and he's Cockney,
But-
so he does it very well.
Also a very bitter character,
Yeah.
like you said. I mean, this is not a pleasant guy.
No.
You get it off the bat,
She had never done tour managing. So
No.
she was coming out of like a collegiate
No, exactly.
type thing. So
Right.
she was kind of feeling her way. That's why she was so bad at it.
Well, that's why I did crack up with her actually filming him, right? Thinking, oh yeah, we'll put this on YouTube or Facebook, right? I'm 61, so I really don't know social media that well. But then I thought, oh, this is an interesting way the movie will go. But like I said, what they did with the movie, I was never bored once during this movie. It's like, okay, that's charming. It's like, oh God, what an idiot. I hate him. Oh God, how stupid can she be? Why is she agreed to give him Johnny Walker Black? Because that's one thing he asked, like, I want Johnny Walker Black. So she has to keep getting him bottles, right?
And he keeps drinking it.
But the fun thing is, like, finally she has to get drunk one night because she's going crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's sort of where you see them sort of bonding in a way, right? That she sort of enters his world. And at one point, she actually makes some quote to him about her notes. And then that's when he begrudgingly seems to have more respect for her, thinking, oh, she's just not this rich, spoiled kid who inherited her father's thing and who has no talent at it. No, she does. So
she likes Johnny Walker Black.
She's had knowledge of literature. She was saying something.
Well, she has her own ideas as well.
Yeah,
you know. So again, I thought this was a good, solid, but in that Lars von Trier kind of
Lars and
the real girl
and the real girl.
Yeah.
Well,
that kind of stuff where it's
isn't that also Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that, but yeah, just that whole kind of bitter but funny, and I do mean this sort of lighthearted in a way. But at the end, it made me feel good after I watched this movie, and I guess that's what I like. Despite the fact that it's, like I said, it's not the happiest of movies because his character is so unpleasant.
Depressing.
But it does he did make me laugh. So
me, oh yes, I love this movie too. I'm a fan of I was gonna say Michael Caine. I always love his movies. I thought that Aubrey Plaza brought just the right amount of quirk to this one because she's so quirky. As you guys were talking, I'm constantly crossing. I thought it was had a kind of father-daughter relationship. Cross that out. Talk about pissing on books and how social media. Yeah, cross that out.
So, George, what do you really think about it?
But also how successful he's getting, but they're not selling any books.
Right.
Somebody saying you should sell T-shirts. I thought she's trying to be. She kind of has like a editor skill as well, and she talks to him about how she was the top of her class and graduated this and that, has no social life, and now she's trying to do this company that's struggling, and he had I think he mentions at one point that his wife was his editor.
Yeah, was his. Yeah.
So, and there's a reason why he's angry with her father, who used to be the original publisher, because something he did to him.
Took credit.
Spoiler alert.
I thought we already spoiled it.
Sorry. No. Anyway, but in a way, he kind of starts seeing in her that she has that ability too, even though he's was a curmudgeon.
Yeah.
But you can see him that he's starting to see her talent. So he starts to appreciate that. And what am I going to say about this? I also like you're right. It was Ellen Wong, you say?
Yes.
She's so funny because she does things. Because she stays in her place. I think when she's going on tour with
right.
Because she has to watch her cat.
He has
to watch his cat.
Right.
And she's allergic to cats, whatever. But she's constantly telling the cat, "Look, this is how rich people live. Look, this is what people buy." Whatever. And then next thing you see her, she's on the couch wearing her stuff. So what are we gonna do now? Just enjoying the good life.
Exactly.
It is a sweet movie. And you guys pretty much said everything I was gonna say. So I really love the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wanna?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I gave this a 7.
Holy shit!
I'll give it a 9.
I give it an 8 also.
Lon gave it a 7. That's like a 50.
I've seen him.
Oh, and by the way, I that's wrong. I didn't mean Lars von Trier. I meant Lasse Hellstrom movies.
Oh.
He did like My Life as a Dog.
Ah.
He does these sort of bittersweet, kind of like charming but sad kind of movies, and that's how I saw this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so
Okay.
we'll be back.
Okay, we'll be back.